Oh, hello there, and welcome to Pancakes. It's Pancake Day today here in the UK, and guess who's gonna make the most out of that? So we are having not one, not two, but we are having 3 pancake recipes today, and I'm very excited. We are first making vegan crepes. They are flat pancakes if you would like. And then for lunch, we are having protein? We are having protein pancakes with cocoa whip and maple syrup. And then for dinner, we are going for my little twist, my pancake twist on chicken waffles. Obviously, we're not going to use chicken because and it's pancake day, so we can't have waffles. So I'm going to make chickpea pancakes with crumbled up meat-free burgers with gravy and goodness. I'm very excited about that as well. So, without further ado, let's just get into Pancake Day and make some goodness! So, for the breakfast, I started with adding 2 cups of flour into a bowl, followed by 2 tablespoons of lucuma powder, and then after that, I also added in 1 tablespoon of maca powder. If you don't have these, you could sub it for 1 teaspoon of cardamom, that would also be nice. So here I'm adding in 2 teaspoons of arrowroot starch, followed by a little dash of sea salt. So then I kind of just gently mixed that in my bowl, and then I added in my non-dairy milk. I use soy milk, but obviously you could use whatever kind of milk you feel like using, whatever floats your boat, babe. So then after I had added in my soy milk, I then added in this teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then I was gonna start stirring it, but you can see it is quite a thick batter. So, oh, wait, I forgot to add in my baking soda as well. So, you know, I added in the baking soda, don't forget that. Then I added in half a cup of water. Then I just stirred that very well until I had a batter as smooth as this. So then I removed that and prepared my pan. So I started out with some coconut oil. I normally don't cook with oil, but you are going to need oil to make these. So then I added that to my pan, just, you know, got that nicely all over the place, and then I added in my batter. So there are 2 ways of kind of doing this. You could do what I'm doing now, kind of tilting the pan whilst you are adding the batter, and I'm also going to show you the other way of doing it in a bit. So then you kind of just wait until it's dry on the top and kind of starts to do this. I don't know what that calls, it kind of curls, and then you just flip it and cook it for sort of half of the time that it took on the other side. So then when that is done, you remove it and then you repeat the process. So then I am doing the other way of doing the batter here. So you just pour it in and then you can use that and use the circular motions until you are, well, I suppose, satisfied with the shape and thickness of your crepe. And then you just cook all your crepes according to how many you want. The batter with 2 cups of flour makes quite a lot, just pointing that out, and I'm going to mention it in the video as well. So then I added on my banana slices on my crepes with some vegan chocolate spread, and here I'm folding it really nicely, but let's be honest, no one does this in real life. I tend to just roll them up and then, you know, enjoy. So here I'm adding on more banana because banana is life, and this just looks so good, and I really enjoyed these crepes, and you are gonna hear that in a little second. So yes, here it comes. Oh my god. Yes, if this isn't everyone's dream, then I don't know what is, because look at that chocolate. Looks good. So, it's time for the taste test. I know it's already going to be nice, but you know, I might as well. And also, disclaimer, I normally roll these up. This was just for presentation purposes, but you know. I've been waiting for like a good week to do this. It's so good. So good. So obviously, if you wanted to use something else than bananas, I just use bananas because I'm crazy about bananas. But you could use berries, raspberries or strawberries would be really nice, and you could use some other fillings if you wanted to as well. I just really felt like using chocolate because chocolate. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I will see you for lunch. So for the protein pancakes, which is probably my favorite kind of pancakes, I started with making some oat flour. So I literally just added some jumbo oats to my food processor, processed it for about a minute or so, and then I ended up with this flour right here. So 2 cups of jumbo oats made about 1 3/4 cups of oat flour. So I added that to my bowl, alongside with some protein powder. I use vanilla protein powder from Vivo Life. I'll link them in the description if you want to have a look at what they do. So here I'm adding 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Just mix that well, and then I'm adding in 2 cups of non-dairy milk. Again, I'm using soy milk, but you know, still do what floats your boat, baby. So then I'm adding in quite a large mashed banana. Just mix that very well. And then also just pointing out, if you want a kind of more fluffier pancakes, add in 1.5 cups of milk instead of 2 cups. So then I got my pan ready, medium heat as before. Added that to my pan, no fancy tilting or twisting here. Just add that to the pan, and then when it's kind of almost dry on the top side, then you'll know it's ready to flip. Just make sure that you don't have the temperature on too high. So again, then you do this with the whole batter, unless you don't eat a lot, but you know, do it with the whole batter because food is life. And then whilst that is happening, I am also going to use this full fat coconut milk. Make sure it's full fat, because then you end up having this layer on top of the can. Make sure it's been in the fridge as well for like 24 hours. So then you just scoop that out, and be careful when you get sort of halfway down, because that's when you get to the coconut water, and no one wants coconut water in there because that makes it sloppy. So then I added in some pink pitaya powder from Raw Nice, you know, because I'm extra and I want this really cute pink colour, as you can see here, into my bowl with my coconut cream, if you like. So then I just whip that up and you get this really cute colour. I love this colour, and it looks so good as well, you know, for the gram. So then when my pancakes were done and I've used all the batter, I added my bananas to the pancakes because I am the bloody banana queen and I eat bananas every day. You could use anything you fancy if you don't like bananas. Add on the cocoa whip, the pink cocoa whip, and then you can drizzle on the maple syrup, because what is pancakes without maple syrup? Okay, so obviously when you deal with full fat coconut, it melts quite quickly. So, oh, yep, that's what happens. But it's still gonna taste nice. So I'll give you a little taste to test. I mean, look at that. Oh yes, with the maple. Holy moly. I mean, am I a genius? Or what? So I must be honest with you. This is actually the next day. I'm having this for breakfast the next day because I had so many crepes for breakfast. So I wasn't really that hungry when I had dinner. That was like 5 hours later. So if you're looking to make all these recipes in one day, don't make that many crepes. but I'm still giving you all 3 recipes, you know, so here they are. I'm gonna go and enjoy this, and then I'm gonna go off to work. So next recipe coming up is dinner. Although I made it yesterday, but you know, cue dinner. So for the chickpea pancakes, I started out with preheating my oven, and then I cooked 2 burgers from Vegetarian's Choice. And yes, they are indeed vegan, even though it says that they are vegetarian. And after that, I added 1 cup of ground flour into a bowl. I'm using a mix of chickpea and pea, but straight chickpea is fine as well. Then I added in a pinch of black pepper, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, and then I just stirred that through. And after that, I added in half a cup of water, and then about 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke. And then also 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. You could use whatever kind of mustard you feel like using. So I then stirred that through, and later added in the last half cup of water and kept stirring until I had a smooth and nice batter. Then I added in 2 cloves of chopped garlic alongside about 1/4 cup of chopped leek. Then I kind of just mixed that through, and then we are ready to cook. So I got my pan ready, medium heat as always, added the batter in the middle, and you don't have to do anything else, then just add it into the middle, then let it cook, and you can see the bubbles start to form. And then same with the protein pancakes, when it's kind of getting dry on the top side, then you'll know you are ready to flip them. So then by the end it should look something like that, and obviously just repeat until you use the whole batter. It's quite simple really, but you know, people just think it's really fancy. So meanwhile that was happening, I made some vegan gravy. Yes, this is accidentally vegan, and I found it in a supermarket and just followed the instructions on the back. And then you have a smooth and nice gravy looking something like this. So then my burgers were also finished, so I simply just chopped them into bite-sized pieces, and then I added them on top of my chickpea pancake stack. So then when that was done, I was ready to, well, basically ready to eat, I suppose. So I poured my gravy on top of this goodness tower. I want this right now. So then I also added it on a splash of ketchup because I was feeling adventurous. You don't have to use ketchup if you don't fancy using it, obviously. And this just looks so good. I've never made it before, but I'm definitely doing this again. Okay, so I have done it again. Look at these savory pancakes here. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, I don't know where to start, so I'm really excited about this because savory pancakes is just not my thing, but I thought I had to include it in this 3 recipe video because not everyone has the sweet tooth as I do. So there you have them, everyone. My 3 pancake recipes, the crepes, the protein pancakes, and the chickpea pancakes. I hope you enjoyed them. Please let me know which one you would want to eat the most. And if you make them, please tag me in your post, tag me on Instagram, connect with me on social media, like this video if you obviously if you liked it, comment down below, and I will see you in the next video as well. A goodbye.